Good morning, Facebook. Grace and peace to you all. Lately, the circumstances of my life have been kind of sucky. Just different things, different struggles, different trials in life. And yet Christ in me never changes, right? So often I believe that we're looking for God's love through our circumstances or through our feelings or through our emotions. But the reality of it is God demonstrates his love for us that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us, right? It's an identity change. He changes us so that we can go through any and all circumstances. I want you to think of the early apostles, his disciples that all died horrifically, right? But they were changed at the core to go through anything and everything. I think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that were going to be put into the fiery furnace for not bowing down to the idol of Nebuchadnezzar. And yet they said, we believe that God's going to deliver us from this fiery furnace. But if not, nothing about us is changing. We serve our God, right? And that's the difference. So often we're looking through God for God's love in our circumstances, in our experiences, in our emotions, and yet Christ in us is our hope. Christ in us is where we can have that anchor for our soul. We can have that foundation to go through these trials and sufferings and all the stuff that we go through. It doesn't mean once you believe you're going to have a perfect life. You're going to struggle. You're going to go through all that stuff, but there's comfort for my soul knowing that I'm his and that he's changed me, and that I'm able to go through any and all circumstances that come across my path because I've been so overwhelmingly loved by the grace, love, and mercy of God. So you will go through struggles, you will go through trials, but we are to love him and to love one another. So you have other people that are coming around you, that are loving you and helping you through the process of this broken life that we do live. But we are restored, we're reconciled, we're made whole in him, that he will never leave us nor forsake us, that nothing can separate us from his love, no matter what we go through, our trials, our struggles. Nothing can separate us from the love of Christ. May God, if you're going through that season of trial and struggle, just as I am, may God continue to restore you and overwhelm you with his grace and his love, and realize that is the ebb and flow of the life that we live here, because it's a broken, fallen world. But God has so much more for you than just going through those. We're supposed to come to him. Whatever we go through in life, it brings us to a place of greater dependence, kind of interdependence with God, to where we're able to reflect the love that we've received in him. I think it was Dan Moeller said that, how come so often when a Christian gets squeezed with the trials and sufferings of life, everything about Christ comes out of his life, right? Because they don't really understand God's love for them. He uses an orange. If you squeeze an orange and grapefruit juice comes out, something's wrong. So why, when life squeezes a Christian, everything but Christ comes out, right? It's about us being his fully. May God bless you today. May he comfort you in your brokenness, as I pray for, God to comfort me through the struggles that I've gone through. May God bless you today.